Basics of Constitution. Meaning of Constitution. India became an independent state in August 1947 after the British left India. With India acquiring its independence, a different kind of struggle began. The struggle of forming a constitution, an essence of which the bulwarks of India as a country were to be established. The struggle to set up a democracy based on values like justice, liberty, and equality was paramount. Hence began the process of drafting the Indian Constitution. What is the meaning of the Constitution? The Constitution is defined as a set of laws and rules which helps one in power to establish rules, regulations, and a structure to the functioning of the country. It helps define the relationship between the various institutions and its components in the state machinery, namely the executive, legislature, and the judiciary. The functions of the Constitution are as follows. It defines a set of rules that would require a minimal coordination with all the members of the country. It defines certain fundamental rights and duties which would help the government govern the state. It helps allocate power to the different stakeholders in the society in order to smoothen the process of decision making. It helps frame the process of setting up an election process or the process through which the apex power can be constituted. It helps the government to work on a framework which helps in fulfilling the ambitions and aspirations of the various members in the society and establish the application of the basis of liberty, fraternity, equality, and justice. Simultaneously, it also helps limit the powers of the government and various stakeholders to reasonable restrictions. Example, government cannot take away the fundamental right to live. First well-known constitution of the world is the Constitution of the United States of America. The Indian Constitution also borrowed certain features of the US Constitution. Indian Constitution is mostly adapted and sourced from the British Constitution and the Government of India Act of 1935. Further, many provisions from the Japanese, Russian, and Canadian Constitution have also been adapted in its best form in the Indian Constitution. Functions of the Constitution. The Constitution is a set of rules and regulations which gives a framework on how the country and its government would be elected and would function. Some of the different functions of the Constitution are: it provides a basic set of rules which helps build a cordial society. It specifies how a government would be constituted and how it functions. It also helps delegate power to the different bulwarks like the executive, legislature, and the judiciary. It helps with decision making for the well being of the government and functioning of the country. It helps fulfill the aspirations of the general public and bring good to the society and its members. Types of Constitution. There are various types of constitution. While some are codified with each provision of an act explained in detail, some remain codified and subject to various judgments of the constitution. Some constitutions might be flexible, meaning that it can be amended with ease, while some constitutions are rigid, meaning it has constraints and require a particular logic and support in form of a peculiar number which would enable an amendment to it. Let us look at the various types of constitution that exist. Monarchical constitution. Monarch is the head of the state. Political power lies with the Prime Minister. It is a limited monarchy. Republican Constitution. A republican constitution provides for an election of the president. The president is the head of the state and the government. Presidential Constitution. Power is established in the hands of the president. President will be the head of the state and the head of the executive branch of the government, but not the head of the legislature and not accountable to it. Furthermore, the president is not a member of the houses of the representatives or the senate. Parliamentary Constitution. Power is established in the hands of the parliament. In a parliamentary constitution, the head of the executive branch of the government is the Prime Minister, who will also be the head of the executive. The Prime Minister is also a member of the legislative branch of the government and accountable to it. Federal Constitution. In a federal constitution, there is also a state government with a legislature with constitutional arrangements. Example, Australia, Canada, US, South Africa. Unitary Constitutions. The unitary constitutions has a central government body. Example, the United Kingdom. Political Constitution. A political constitution is associated with holding those who hold political power accountable. An elected majority is the one entitled to form the government and establish the law of the land. Example, the United Kingdom. Legal Constitution. A legal constitution is the one which empowers the courts to establish limits to the power of the government. Example, the Constitution of the USA. How did you like the video? Please like, share and subscribe to Thought Chakra for more such content.